You ready? Is ready not going here? Do we get to do takes?
I mean, I can go in and cut out stuff. It's
right.
recording right now.
Okay.
Hey y'all! Anyways, okay, welcome back to my channel. I told y'all I was gonna do a Q&A about law school questions, work questions. I actually got one really deep life question that I'm gonna address at the end of the video. And I told y'all I was gonna...
I'm not gonna smell that during this episode.
Okay.
She nasty.
I told y'all I was gonna do it with...
She been farting all week. Oh my God.
Anyway, she
Jesus Christ.
It don't smell.
Okay. Oh my God, you let it out. Maya, stop leaning over. Maya, oh my God.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's bad. Sorry.
There you go, just lean over.
I told you my
You
stomach.
gonna lift your leg up.
I told you my stomach was hurting.
I'm not doing this with you.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
It's better now.
It is not.
Anyways.
I answer questions from over here.
I told y'all I was gonna do it with one of my friends from law school, and as y'all can see, I'm not normally where I am, so we're at the beach. This is my sister from another Mr. Estes Henderson.
Hi guys.
She's in law school with me also. She's from Rocky Mount, also 2-5.
Murder.
So yeah, so we're just gonna address a couple of, kind of more than a couple, but frequently asked questions that we get a lot from people who are already in law school and people who are looking to go to law school. Can you sit up?
I'm sorry.
Okay, we're back.
Try not to die.
All right, so let's get into it.
First question. Is law school hard?
Is law school hard?
As heck.
Hard as heck.
Okay.
Yes, it's hard.
Rough. Strenuous.
I feel like it's just like
Turbulent. Dangerous.
It's tough. But I feel like once you get a hang of it, it's not as bad.
It's doable.
It's very doable.
It's doable.
It's like, I think it's just the amount of work that you have that makes it hard. Like, I feel like it's more a lot. It's just so much than it is hard.
I think it was just a change to see how I just breezed on through undergrad. Like,
Yeah.
just breeze. And then they actually want me to read. So when you're going to ask me questions for 50 minutes, that means I really got to read. And I just haven't read my whole life. I mean, I read stuff, but I don't read the stuff that...
usually literate.
I wasn't. I just read what I wanted to read. But
That's very true. Like, you can
Not my-
cram in like undergrad and high school. You can cram.
I didn't have
You ain't
to
really
study.
got to do no work. You don't really have to study to get good grades.
I could pick out perfect excerpts and write a paper in like a smooth 2 hours. Now, I don't know how many of y'all know me, but I am a major procrastinator. Do not do that when you go to law school.
You will flunk out your first semester. I don't know how she stayed. Because I put stuff off, but she's a worse procrastinator than I am.
Don't do that. I made it by the graces of God. Sometimes the answer is in the book, but it ain't in the book.
Yo.
They be like, it's right there in that paragraph on page 57.
And it ain't
It
there.
ain't right there.
You supposed to read between the lines. Supposed to read professors' minds. That rhymes. Okay. Next question.
How did you know you wanted to be an attorney? I think I was just born this way. In kindergarten, we had career day, and I made me some attorney cards, some little business cards. I had my little suit and my briefcase, and I just decided I was gonna be like people on TV, but it's not like that.
It's nothing like that.
But it is the fun part. The TV part is the fun part, but you don't get to do all the stuff they do on TV.
It's law. Okay, law school is not like How to Get Away with Murder, y'all. It's nothing like it. I think I get that question a lot. Like,
Is it? No.
Like, is it like How to Get Away with Murder? No, it's not like How to Get Away with Murder. I think I'm the same. Like, I always knew I wanted to be a lawyer. Like, I always would speak up for people who like just wouldn't speak up for themselves. And then I would write like contracts out for my parents. Don't ask me to write no contract now because I hate contracts. But I would write like a little contract out for my parents to make them sign it. And then eventually, like, they would sign it, but they would write a void over it. But it's not funny. I always wanted to be an attorney, so it wasn't really like a question for me. It was something that I just felt like it was innate. I just wanted to do it.
Third question. How do you make time for things? You don't. Okay? Law school is your life when you go to law school. I will address the rest of my answer in the next question because the next question is, we can put them together. How do you keep your stress levels down or stay sane? You don't. Also, you've got to know yourself. So see, I'm the kind of person that if I just get too stressed, I'm like, all right, I'm not doing this today. Like, I'll just, Maya pick on me all the time, but Essence, where you going? I'm going home. Like,
Ben, we have like 3 classes in a day, right? We'll have like a 10 o'clock, with like a 11 and a 1 o'clock. It's 10:50. We're supposed to go to the next class. She heads out the door.
Like,
I'm like, what are you doing? I'm going home. I don't feel like it.
I can't do it today. Not today. That's not a good practice to get in the habit of. But when you know yourself, so you do need to study on the weekends. I'm not the person to be giving that kind of advice.
I mean, like, okay, so how do you make time for things? I feel like you make time for what you want to make time for, in a way. So, like, I'm the type of person, I think we both are. We probably shouldn't say it.
Don't say that. I don't say it. Don't say that.
I'll say it for me then. I don't do work 7 days a week unless it's like finals time. Just because I know myself and I know if I bombard myself with a whole bunch of work and I just don't take a breather, then I'm gonna end up resenting law school and I might not want to come back. So if I have classes Monday through Thursday, I probably won't do work on Friday. I might do work on Friday, and sometimes I might not do it Friday or Saturday, but I will do it on Sunday to make sure I'm prepared for Monday. So,
and if you don't listen to mine, okay? Don't listen to her. You gotta know yourself. So if you don't grasp concepts well, I grasp concepts well. Like, stuff just comes easy for me. Not the writing.
Some things.
Not the, the whole writing and learning legal way to do stuff. That's a whole new type of animal. Like, that's a different type of animal. And you're gonna have to work at that stuff. But once you learn how to brief cases and how to answer questions, and it depends on your professors too, because some of them might want you to do a whole 12-point briefing. They might ask you for it randomly. I never had one. But
I was like, I book brief.
I do book brief.
Here, lady.
But you should start out briefing because it's necessary.
What was the other part? How do you stay
sane? How do you keep your stress levels down?
I work out. That helps me a lot. I keep a bottle of wine on deck.
Oh, wow.
I spend time with my friends. Because to be honest, like, it honestly helps a lot to have friends that are in law school with you because y'all can vent about the same things, like, but they also understand that I can't go out Thursday night for Thursdays all the time because I might have something to do on Friday morning. I might have class. Like, people, when you make friends in law school, like, they understand your struggle, so it's easier to kind of cope with them and hang out with them. And then some of your friends from before law school, they don't always understand it. Like, they're like, well, you can make time for this. When really, it's like, nah, I really can't,
They're not going to understand. Like, come to terms with that. You might lose some friends. You might lose some. Because if you haven't been through it, or if you aren't doing it, then they don't understand.
You don't understand.
You just can't understand it. When they be like, why we haven't seen you in 3 months? I just can't. Like, if I got a free day, I want to take a nap.
Oh, and she has a kid.
I got a kid.
Yeah, she has a kid, so our lives are like a lot different. Like I have my dog, but really I'm just taking care of me. She has a whole baby, so yeah.
In my free time, I like to go do mom things and take naps.
My free time, I like to drink and sleep. But okay, I will say this, like heads up for like those people who like to drink when they're stressed out. Don't drink every time you're stressed out because you will become alcoholic. You will be dependent on it.
You will see that attorneys have a high rate of alcoholism, drug addiction, suicide, all of that. So you've got to figure out ways to handle your stress. Whether it's exercise, walking, taking a break, reading a regular book, which I don't think you have to do.
You ain't gonna want to read no regular book.
Maybe over the summer.
Yeah, but
Maybe over the summer.
For real, you just take time out to do what makes, like if you, sometimes you gotta sacrifice, like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna be able to read this whole case, but I need a break to make sure I stay sane, because I will say your mental health is everything. If you're not good before you go into school the next day, you might as well stay at home because you're not gonna grasp nothing, like nothing at all. So yeah,
but don't just walk up in there unprepared. They don't play that. you will be embarrassed. There was one student who walked in orientation late.
Oh my god!
And he come back. We didn't see him no more.
He did not come to the first day of class. He wasn't in orientation late. They grilled him. He did not
shredded him. And it was orientation. It wasn't even class. So don't come up in there slipping. It ain't okay. Well, third question: how do you balance studying, being prepared for class, and being rested?
You don't.
You let the rest go.
Or okay, so like first part of the school year, right? So like you got the first part before midterm, and then the second part of the semester coming to finals. First part of the school year, you don't really do a lot of studying. Like you probably should. I know for me personally, I didn't, but I fixed that like second year. Like when it's closer to finals time, so I get this question a lot. Like, how do you balance it during finals? To be honest, you can't. So you're either giving up sleep, which I'm a type of person who have to have my sleep, or I'm not gonna retain anything during the day. So I don't really give up sleep that much. But I'm gonna make sure I'm studying so that I can be prepared for the finals. And when it comes to reading and being prepared for class, I said prepared for class, I'll skim the cases, or I'll be on Quimby. Quimby is a clutch site to get. So if you go in law school, get Quimby. Yeah, I don't read as much or as thorough as I should towards the end. You gotta give it something up. I need my sleep, so it ain't gonna be that.
I think to effectively get this, so balancing studying, being prepared, you gotta figure out what kind of person you are. So everybody doesn't learn the same. Maya cannot learn with me reading out loud. We had another classmate, me and her could read each other and bounce off of each other, and we remember everything the other one said. Like, so you have to figure out what type of learner you are so that you can maximize your efforts. So if you don't have enough time to be studying, you don't want to spend that hour and a half looking at flashcards. If looking at flashcards doesn't work, like you're not retaining it. So you gotta figure out how you learn. If you learn better watching Barbie videos, then you need to spend your time watching Barbie videos. If it helps for you to hear stuff auditory, then if you're gonna rewatch some Panoptos or something, which are recorded class lectures, then do that. But you have to figure out, and part of this whole process is trial and error. So figuring out what type of learner you are, because a lot of times in undergrad you don't really learn it. You kind of just cram, you do everything in the last minute. You can't do that in law school. Like, studying is important.
Trust me, we done tried it. It ain't good. It ain't turned out too well.
Studying is important, so you have to study. If you're a person that can thrive off of coffee for like 3 weeks during finals, then you go for it. That's me.
Nothing for me to taste good.
I go cold turkey on coffee. I don't drink coffee regularly, but during finals, I drink like 4 cups of coffee a day, and I just be like a walking zombie for like 3 weeks. But I manage. So you gotta figure that out yourself. That's a trial and error thing.
Oh.